Governor, you had mentioned illegal aliens. Yesterday we reported 4 busloads of illegals were pretty much dumped off in Central Florida. You're going after the actual transport companies like American Airlines, but what about the hotels that are harboring these illegal immigrants?
So first of all, we saw the video yesterday. I've had meetings. I discussed it last night. We had a meeting today in my office where we're getting the details. We've got a lot of assets that are involved in first identifying, what exactly is going on there, and then trying to figure out who's involved. What's pending before the legislature is going to be, I think, anybody who's involved in furthering an illegal migration, can be held accountable. So yes, the bus company that brings them in, if they're bringing them from the southern border here illegally, and I will say, some people say that they're H-2A workers. We'll see if that's true. Obviously, the penalties wouldn't attach if you're bringing people that are lawfully present. But that would be the transport companies. But it would also be, I think, hotels. And so if you're knowingly involved in that, you're doing stuff that we don't want. We don't want the problems at the southern border to be imported into the state of Florida. And so people that are instrumental in that, we want to hold accountable by, of course, denying business opportunities with state and local, but maybe even more important, making them pay restitution for all the costs that's going to end up doing. So that could be the bus, and it could also be the hotel. But we need to get that through the legislature. I think we will, because I think people are very frustrated with what's going on. We're also asking for, I asked for $8 million. We're actually going to go and ask for more to be able to redirect some of these folks to sanctuary jurisdictions. I mean, that's just the bottom line. We're not going to let Biden's recklessness at the border impose costs on the state of Florida. And so we're going to have that, and we think we're going to get that through as well. So hopefully, we get in middle of March, sign some legislation, sign the budget, then all of a sudden those penalties will be able to attach. And I think the goal of it all is, if you have the penalties, or not, they're not penalties, it's restitution, because they're providing what it's going to cost us to do it. It's a fair thing to say. Governor Childs in the 90s, he sent the federal government a bill because they were dumping people illegally into Florida. And I think that's kind of the model that we're following here. So it's restitution to say, hey, here's what you owe by what you're doing. I think a lot of them are just going to say they don't want to mess with doing this in Florida. I think we'll have provided a sufficient deterrent, and so that's what we're looking to do. But we have not gotten all the facts on that yet, but we have a lot of people who are involved in getting the facts. If it turns out that these are folks who are on farm worker visas, then obviously the bus company didn't do anything wrong at that point. But if they're ferreting people who came illegally from the southern border, bringing them all the way into Florida and dumping, then that's when there's going to be a problem.